Tensions continue to simmer in Azad Jammu and Kashmir as Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif authorized the immediate allocation of 23 billion rupees. This move follows days of unrest sparked by demands for reforms in electricity pricing and subsidized wheat flour, among others. The Jammu Kashmir Joint Awami Action Committee has been vocal in advocating for these changes, leading to arrests and clashes in the region. Efforts to find common ground hit a deadlock, prompting Prime Minister Sharif to convene a special meeting in Islamabad with AJK Premier and other stakeholders. Meanwhile, in a significant development within the PMLN, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif announced his decision to step down as the party's president, paving the way for his brother Nawaz Sharif to reclaim the position. Nawaz's disqualification in 2018 led to Shehbaz assuming the role, but recent legal developments, including acquittals in corruption cases, have prompted the leadership transition. Shifting gears, the Election Commission of Pakistan takes action following a Supreme Court order suspending 75 lawmakers elected on disputed seats. This move stems from a petition by the Sunni Ittihad Council, highlighting tensions over reserved seats between various political factions. The suspended lawmakers include representatives from prominent parties such as PMLN, PPP, and JUIF, underscoring the impact of the court's decision on the political landscape. India has inked a significant 10-year contract with Iran on Monday to undertake the development and operation of the Chabhar port. The Narendra Modi-led government heralds this move as a means to bolster ties with a strategic Middle Eastern ally.
हमारे देश के आदर्शवादी नेता, दुनिया के सबसे लोकप्रिय नेता प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के निर्देश के मुताबिक आज हम लोगों ने हमारे चबाहार पोर्ट की लॉन्ग टर्म कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में आज हम लोगों ने दस्तखत की है और ये बहुत साल से बातचीत चल रहे थे। इतना दिन तक तो ये शॉर्ट टर्म के थे, तो इसलिए इस पोर्ट के भविष्य को मजबूत बनाने के सिलसिले में और रीजनल कनेक्टिविटी को बढ़ावा देने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का जो विजन है, उस विजन को साकार करने के लिए आज ऐसे एक ऐतिहासिक कदम उठाए गए हैं और आज ये लॉन्ग टर्म जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होने की वजह से भविष्य में ये सिर्फ भारत और ईरान का बीच में नहीं रहेगा, अफगानिस्तान और हमारे CIS जो कंट्री है और एशियन कंट्री है उसका साथ बहुत बड़ा एक कनेक्टिविटी बनेगा और देश के लिए बहुत बड़ा एक मौका है कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जैसे अगली 25 साल के अंदर देश को दुनिया की एक बड़ी मजबूत विकसित देश बनाने का जो भी उन्होंने तय की है और हमें लक्ष्य दी है, उसी लक्ष्य को प्राप्ति के लिए मुझे लगता है कि ये समझौता एक बहुत बड़ा कदम उठाएंगे।
Chabhar port, situated on Iran's southeastern coast along the Gulf of Oman, has been a focal point for India's efforts to establish a trade route to Iran, Afghanistan, and Central Asian countries. This initiative aims to circumvent the ports of Karachi and Gwadar. US sanctions on Iran, however, slowed the port's development. Protests against Israel's actions in Gaza have intensified across Dutch universities, with demonstrators taking over buildings in Amsterdam, Groningen, and Eindhoven. The unrest follows clashes between Dutch riot police and protesters at the University of Amsterdam. Meanwhile, in the occupied West Bank, footage authenticated by Al Jazeera's Sanad verification unit captures Israelis attacking food aid trucks destined for Gaza, intensifying the humanitarian crisis in the region. As Israel's military operations expand, satellite imagery reveals a shifting landscape of displacement in Gaza. Rafah witnessed a mass exodus, while areas like Khan Yunis and Deir el-Bala see an influx of displaced people, highlighting the ongoing impact of the conflict on civilian populations. The UN has raised concerns over the dire conditions faced by over 150,000 pregnant women amid ongoing conflict, calling for an immediate ceasefire. As Gaza's medical facilities teeter on the brink of collapse, Israeli forces ordered the evacuation of staff at the Kuwaiti hospital in Rafah. With critical shortages of fuel and supplies, medical points supported by MAP are forced to suspend services, exacerbating the crisis. The toll of the conflict continues to mount, with the Palestinian Health Ministry reporting that 57 people were killed and 82 injured in the last 24 hours. At least 35,091 Palestinians have been killed and 78,827 wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since 7th October.